Welcome everyone. Hi, it's Brett with It's Picking Time. We're working on a tricky strumming pattern this week with students, and this is it. It starts off at the bottom of the ladder, guys, not the top. We start off at the bottom of the ladder doing down, 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 up. I'm going to get into this view here by itself. We're going to go slow. That's the one. So I'll do it on, I'll say the one. I'll say one when it's on the one beat. One. That's that. Okay, let's get into the quad view here. You can see what I'm doing. I'm doing a D. And so now that change is going to be on the one beat. So that's what I mean by that is this is down, 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 up, change. Awesome. So one of the things I do want to talk about, I'll get into this view again real quick, is that at the beginning of the video when I'm playing the example, try to look at the example holistically. So it's not just for what am I doing physically, but what am I doing musically. Now I don't even remember what I did right off the bat from the beginning of the video, but I will say this: if I go from D and I do two measures of D, and then I go to do three measure. Well, let's stick with what I said. So if I do two measures of D and then two measures of G, that's four, right? And then I go two measures of D, one measure of A, one measure of G, back to D, then think about it in terms of what does that mean? Okay, I did two of D, two of G. That's four. Then maybe I do that a few times. 2D, 2G, 2D, 2G, right? And then I go 2D, 1A, 1G. What's that, guys? 4. So I'm driving home with all my students right now. Count. Do the count. When you're playing in front of somebody, or you're playing at all, I think a lot of the reason why our music doesn't sound good is once we get past the making the chords correctly, is that it's not the same every time. It's not consistent. We have to keep a count. If you're going to stay on D for 2, stay on D for 2 for that whole part, that whole verse. Don't change it up right now. It can be changed. There's no hard and fast rule, right, for counting and timing. But I want to make sure that you guys understand that the consistency sounds good to people, right? Consistency is good in a lot of ways. Years ago, I read a story about how McDonald's actually spent $3 million on making sure that the oil in their fryers was the same temperature all around the world. How do we make sure that they are the same temperature? Why? We want consistency in our fries. They wanted to know that when I was having French fries in France at McDonald's and French fries in San Francisco, that they were going to be the same French fries. And that consistency is worth it. People like it. There's McDonald's is still around, guys. A lot of restaurants don't make it, right? So the point I'm making is that with consistency, we sound good. It's something that we can expect, and people like to expect what's going to happen, right? It sounds good. So let's do this. That's the whole song, guys. Okay? It just sounds really good because it's the same. It's 2 to 2 to 2 to 2, and then it's 2 to 1 to 1, back to start. Okay? And that way you can actually create something, and that helps you. That structure helps you create your song, your verse and your chorus, your bridges if you have them, or whatever you want to call them. We can talk a little bit about that later. The parts of the song, but basically the structure helps you stay on task, stay in time, count out loud if you need to. You know, counting is very important, guys. I've got my best students are the ones that count that count out loud, that don't miss a beat. So let's do that. Let's keep going at it, guys. Keep working as hard as you can. I know that you guys are telling me that you're enjoying these videos and that you're learning quite a bit. I really appreciate your time. I know there is a certain amount of bandwidth that everyone has. I'm grateful for you guys being there. I hope you guys are bringing joy into your families and your life, especially during this later part of the year, the last quarter of the year, through guitar. Maybe Santa will be bringing some guitars and ukuleles to your family, and I'm always here to help you online or otherwise. If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, I'm here to every day playing in front of people, playing with people, teaching people of all ages. So let me know what you want to hear from in these videos, and I will be glad to put that on the list. I appreciate your time. Take care.